What's up, relay friends? This is Peter. I'm here with Erica and Lindsay, and I was just hearing about Erica's newfound love for the treadmill or lack of hate.
Lack of
How's it
hate
going?
is a very appropriate way to put it. I haven't found my long-time love with it yet, but it's really not that bad if you have a brighter attitude.
That's
It's
what I'm
also better
talking
than
about.
getting frostbite, which, like,
Hmm.
push came to shove, if it's -5, you're, like, actually risking frostbite to just, like, for what? So I'd rather
I
just
mean,
sweat on the treadmill.
I was sad that it felt that the freeze of the Northeast fell on the weekend where there's a lot of cool little races that happen on Super Bowl Sunday, and
Mhm.
multiple of my athletes were like, "Oh yeah, by the way, that's canceled because it's going to be a real field of like -14," and you're like, all right, so that's more of an indoor. Sometimes as a coach, you just accept that you're a punching bag. So like the rage texts that came after like athletes kind of they're just like, I'm done with the treadmill. And you're like, okay, that's what we got in today. Like success there.
I don't know. I
But
ran outside today and it's not even that cold. It's like
all
20 and
right.
sunny, which like a little bit of a breeze. So like the real feel was just under 20, but I was like, I forgot how nice it was to like be warm on the treadmill because I was like indoors for like a week and I was like, it's kind of nice not to freeze.
Yeah. There, see, look, we're finding silver linings. Lindsay, do you feel when I was injured last winter, people were like, aren't you happy to not have to go outdoors when it's not nice outside? Is that a
No,
silver lining for
I
you?
no, I'm feeling really grumpy about
Oh.
not only not being able to run, not being able to like go for a walk. Like I'm feeling really sad about it. Like I need the outside air.
Mhm.
And I mean, yeah, I can go like stand outside, but like it's not as fun if you're not moving.
Not the same. Can
You
we get you
know,
one of those sweet scooters that's like
yeah, but then
like a
then it is so cold that I'm like, I don't want the wind in my face like that, you know? But yeah, I was actually thinking about that yesterday. I was like, what I would give to just go on like a 30-minute walk with one of my friends, you
oh,
know? So, it's been really cold here though. I mean, it was like 25 degrees yesterday. It's really, really cold. And tomorrow it's supposed to be 60, so I'm feeling very excited about that.
That's super nice. Are you
that's
in a
really
boot
nice.
or are you on crutches?
I was in a boot, then I wasn't. Then I stood on my feet all weekend at the race last weekend and I was like, "Girl, put your boot back on." So mad at myself for I should have brought my boot and wore my boot on the day that I was standing all day. That's what I should have
Yeah,
done. So now
yeah.
I've taken it back off and I'm in this weird spot where I'm like so for those listeners, I had the Haglins shaved on my foot, a bone shave. I'm in this
Ugh.
spot where I'm like, I think I need to be using it minimally because I think it needs to be, worked. It needs to be used.
I'm waiting for like what the doctor said that like return to normal was.
Well, he told me I
This
could
sounds
walk
very
around.
self-guided.
Yeah.
He told me I could walk around like normal on it. Like but don't work out.
Well,
And which is what I've been doing.
your normal's a little intense.
But don't you think he would know that based on who I am as a patient?
Oh, you're
Is
saying that
my
he should have
normal
adjusted
intense?
his you described it as like you tweaked your Achilles reenacting an Indiana,
Oh.
championship.
Oh, I
um,
forgot about that
I feel
reenactment.
like I can give you, for the record, I feel like I can give you talk shit to you because we're similar people.
You can talk
Um,
shit. I'm fine with that.
I just I just got home from my PT and she was like, "Okay, so we're gonna work on a new phase where you don't Peterify like the strength routine I gave you." Because she's like, "How's it going?" I'm like, "It's good. I freestyle quite a bit of what you give me." And she's like, "Okay, so for the next 2 weeks, can you just do what I say?" And I'm like, "Yes, that's very fair."
Yeah. I mean, part of the reason, because people keep being like, well, could you do this? Could you do that? And I'm like, part of the reason I paused my gym membership is because I really know that I will go with the
Mm.
intention of being very minimal and I will do too much. I know I will do that. So I paused my gym membership. I'm like not even going. But I do think I'm at the point I need to get back into the doctor and I'm at the point where he can refer me to PT and the Run Raleigh PT here is really, really good. Tristan Van Ord was just here, and that's where she goes. Like anybody that runs at a high level in Raleigh goes there. Um, So I think with their guidance, because the doctor's kind of like, in and out, girl. I don't got time for this. I got a lot of patients here.
yeah, no, I have never seen my doctor after the one checkup. Like,
Yeah.
doctor's like, I don't know anything about the rest of this. Keep going. Lindsey is excited to talk about indoor track. I know you are. I was realizing I need a little jingle that's like dun 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 dun. Peter cleans up all the mistakes that he made last week on relay because our listeners are wonderful and they let me know about these things. So, Willis from Stanford, still enrolled. I had like already moved her out of school for some reason. I think just being
Oh.
like she's a pro now. I was assuming. I don't know. I don't think I made great claims about her academic progress, but she's
So
still
she's
in
not a
school.
pro now?
No,
No,
she
I think
is, but like she
she is
hasn't like left without
left.
finishing her degree. But like I
She's
don't
gonna.
think anything you said was that like you didn't say she dropped out of college.
It's fair.
You said
Yeah.
she went pro, which like you are allowed to finish your degree when you go pro. But like I
Yeah,
can
exactly.
see where it would like be ambiguous if you just heard like, oh, she went pro and you didn't clarify that she's like finishing her degree.
Oh, but she's just not running for Stanford
She just hasn't
anymore.
graduated yet.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm. Now, yeah, explain NIL to us now, and then you'll really
I'm
get all the
so
bonus
glad.
points.
I'm so glad you cleared that up, Peter. I was concerned.
No. Sorry, I'm not done yet. The 16-year-old who
There's more.
just lit the world on fire, 3:48 in the mile, is from New Zealand, not from Australia. Like, come on, Peter.
Oh,
Like,
That
give
actually does deserve clarification.
that
yeah.
there's some clarification. Like, don't be a regional knucklehead and just like act like they're the same country. They're not.
Those New
And a
Zealanders
small.
are proud. They want
They're very
that
proud.
claim.
And they're
They
good.
punch way
Yeah.
above their weight in terms of country size. So yeah. I think it's all for now, but never know what I'll say over the next 45 minutes. Yeah.
When I first started my podcast, I'll Have Another in 2016,
Mm-hmm.
I was a girl who liked to run. Okay. I ran marathons. I was interviewing my friends who ran, and I started asking pros to come on. Sarah Hall said yes. Emily Infield said yes. The rest is history. Okay. And so I was like flung into this world of like, oh, I'm interviewing these pros, so I should know a lot about running, but I still don't. And I would have in the early days, I would have all these, I just assumed they were guys, just like leaving mean reviews and saying, this girl doesn't know anything about the sport and blah, blah, blah. So I'm not that sensitive anymore. And I know a lot more now because I've been doing this for a while. But like,
Yeah.
man, like I think it was like Let's Run type bros, and there weren't very many podcasts out there. So they were like, who's this girl that pros are coming on her show and she doesn't know anything about, so you're giving me flashbacks, Peter, is what I'm saying.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I mean, some of these details slip through. Usually our editor Emma will let me know, like, you messed that up. But some of these things are, on the edges.
Emma knows a lot. Yeah, she's
yeah, she knows.
well studied on the sport.
She's well versed. And also, it's a big sport. Like, we're gonna miss some details.
There's a
here and
lot
there.
to know.
Erica, what is your experience at the Boston University indoor tennis facility?
Indoor tennis facility?
Oh, it's a tennis facility. It just has a track around the tennis court. So I'm just giving it.
I just learned that it's a tennis facility, so that's news to
there we
me.
go.
I mean, it's sweet. It's so sick. It's like hilarious that it's so fast and like everyone wants to go there. I mean, like coming to Boston's super fun. So like if you're choosing meets, like why not choose Boston? But yeah, I mean, for whatever reason, that track is so unbelievably fast. I mean, the bank is crazy and it's so bouncy. It does feel illegal.
Yeah.
And like it's so crowded, it feels like they don't have like a fire safety code. Like they can just pack that building like a bunch of sardines. So like the energy in there, it gets really hot, like literally, but it also gets
Very
really,
warm.
really loud. So for like
It shouldn't
a
be
quote
loud.
unquote
It's like
small thing, it feels huge.
oh.
It's hilarious.
Yeah. It definitely feels at the edge of like it feels like those things in life where a few years down the road you're like, well, that was never gonna last. Like it was like it was unsustainable. Because like when Grant Fisher ran the world record there last year, there was like 50 people about to like they're leaning out, screaming at him, and then ducking back in at the last second. Like you could see how it's only going to take like one race leading person to just get smashed into, and like their season's over, to be like, huh, maybe we should run security. Now that I'm involved in meat production, I'm like, whoever's
Never
checking the
change.
lanyard to get into is just like, oh, sure. Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, you too. Uh-huh. Like, the 17th best runner from like uh, some D2 school in New England is like, oh, I have to be in the infield right now. And they're like, okay,
Yeah, who
sure.
gets to be in the infield? What's the protocol there?
Whoever.
There's,
Like,
there's
there's
Really?
like no
literally like no security. It's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's like respectful. So it's not like no one's like actually like actively causing chaos. It's just,
No.
it's so many people and like there's so many athletes there because there's a billion heats of everything that like because they're athletes, they also actually like care about the sport. So they're like really into every race. So it's just like this little dome of just like track loving human beings that just like get really excited. And it's just this like they feed off of it. And it's just like a very cool atmosphere. And it's also, it does feel like a little random to have something like that intense, just like casually. Like I will never forget watching Kajelcha break the world indoor mile record because it wasn't even one of the big meets. It was a random meet, but I was living in Boston at the time. So like we knew he was going to do it. And like watching that in person was unbelievable. But you're also like, what is happening?
And then they'll be like, and next heat is the women's small school, like trying to break 5 in the mile. And you're like, these women
Insanity.
they're quick. Like women trying
Yeah.
to break 5 for the first time are not slow, but they are almost like 75, 80 seconds slower than Kajelcha in the mile. Like it was nuts. And so some of those athletes, Lindsay, like legitimately their heat is coming up because they're like, we'll just run this, and then the men's mile, we go like slow to fast, and
It's like the
then
8th section of the women's 3K.
Oh
but like
my
right
gosh.
after like watching like a men's
world
world
record.
record. Like it's
Is
a
this
lot
the
of
only
variety.
indoor of like track event where people go on the infield? Because the Sir Walter, they go on the infield here, but I don't know other track events where we do that.
well, this is why I get jammed up, because it's so wonderful, but it's difficult to justify that it's a good idea. Like you're like, it's definitely a borderline bad idea. So then, you cut from that to another weekend. They'll have New Balance indoors at the New Balance. They used to have it at the Reggie Lewis Indoor Center. Now they have it at the track at New Balance, and it's beautiful. But I'm like, why are the fans so far away? Like, where the let's put some like more bodies on the infield. Let's get
Let's
this.
get some energy in there.
Yeah, let's get the dance moves going.
Oh, maybe they just
And
need to limit the amount or something. I don't know.
I honestly don't know how you would do it with just like how many people and how many heats are constantly rolling through that meet. Like it's already always behind schedule because of the amount of people you're trying to get on and off the track. If you tried
just
to like
like,
implement security,
Oof.
you literally have to cut half the meet.
Yeah.
Or like it would not be feasible in one day.
So
I will
just keep
say,
the chaos.
running these community meets in Portland, one of the main complaints we get is sort of like, why doesn't this run on schedule? And you're like, oh, but it does run on track time schedule, which if it's
Right.
even within like a country mile of when we
If it's
thought it would
within
be,
30 minutes, you're like probably
You're-
okay.
You're
you're
good.
probably okay.
I will say,
Or
like,
people are like, why is it running
the-
behind? And you're like,
yeah, the BU indoor track was the first time I'd ever experienced that because like I don't remember any of my like high school indoor meets like really struggling with like time. But and then a lot of the races we ran indoors my freshman year of college were just like we would just go to VTech every weekend. And since it was like just us going to VTech, it was just like a few ACC schools. So like we're not going to be behind schedule. There's only 10 races today. Or we go
yes,
to like
I gotcha.
JDL, which again, like this is old JDL. I can't wait to see what they're going to do at the new JDL. They got a bank track down there. They got some big
Ooh, here we
names.
go.
It's going to be sick. But my sophomore year, we went up to Boston for that December race for the first time. And our race was like 15 minutes early, which is
No.
crazy when
No,
you're
no.
warming up. So I was warming up. Like I had,
No.
run with some girls, and then we were literally like coming out of the bathroom, and the Providence assistant coach, Tim Brock, was like, hey guys, they just made an announcement, your race is going to start in 20 minutes. And we all looked at each other and we're like, what? Like,
What are
we
you
were supposed
talking
to have
about?
like 40, 45 more minutes. We just did the warm up jog. We hadn't like changed our shoes. We hadn't put our spikes on or done drills. And Tim's like, oh, yeah, they just made an announcement. They moved you up. And we're like, I didn't know that was an option. I knew you could be running late. I was not mentally prepared to be like, oh, you have 20 minutes, like get on the line.
This is where like
But I had a great
everyone
race.
who wants to run well on the road should run track in some, because it just messes. You're very much not in control. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
That's
exposure
like your
therapy to so
flight
many
leaving
things.
early. You can't
That's
do
what I'm
that.
saying. You're like, I didn't know
Not
this was a
allowed.
thing. It
No.
was crazy.
Well, I don't
Oh.
understand why they wouldn't just pause it and be like, we're going to catch up now. And you are going to go like right on time.
I guarantee like the last race of the night probably was behind. Like
Right.
Yeah.
they're just like literally trying to use all of the time they can, the best they can. And I guess like they just got a little ahead of schedule and we're like, screw it. Like we're probably going to lose this time at some point. So we're going to
Yep.
like try to make it up right now. But
Yeah.
like if Tim hadn't like was like standing near the women's bathroom to like tell everybody in our heat that like our race is soon.
Yeah.
That
I
makes
mean,
my
we would have figured
stomach
out
tight
eventually.
just thinking about it. It's
But we were all
oh,
like, I
God.
guess we'll go spike up. Like,
Yeah.
warm up's
my
over.
Lord.
Screw the strides.
Oh, wild.
Yeah, because in that world, you typically build your awareness based on how many heats, and then you like ballpark how much time each of those heats. And so then you're like, when the women's 3K starts, that'll give us about 30 minutes. You know, there's going to be 3 of those, or, you know, I don't know, which I think is a heads up way to go through an experience, not be like, I was told it would be exactly this.
Yeah, I feel like it was like wild and unexpected, but road racing is like super similar in the sense that like depending on the race and how they're transporting you to and from the
Oh,
start
dear.
line, because you're like, oh, yes, I love all the VIP treatment we get for like all the road races we do. But because there's like a VIP area for the elite athletes, you have to adhere to like their schedule for security reasons. So like you can't just wander up to the like elite athlete tent whenever you want. They're like, no, you have to take the bus at this time with everybody else. You have to leave and walk over to the start line with your people at this time. And it's like your schedule is not your schedule anymore, and you have to be adaptable. If they want to hold you on the start line for 20 minutes, you're going to stand on the start line for 20 minutes for intros. And like that is that's out of your power. So like you just kind of have to like really get over it. Never
but
again.
I think it's helpful for us to remember that the pros really have to go through a lot. That sometimes us in road racing, we're like, they started 3 minutes late, and that really threw off my warm up. And it's like, just chill, just
It's
chill.
like,
calm down.
Well, we had to end our warm up 20 minutes early so that they could like spend 10 minutes doing the national anthem, telling us the history of the town, and then shouting out like 3 people. But they needed all of us to do that.
Yeah. Oh dear, this
It's all
sport
good,
we
though.
adore.
It's part of it.
Wait, you told me there was a world record that I had flown under my radar. We should highlight a world
is.
record. Yes, tell
The
me about this.
4x8 for the men.
Great
The
event, by the way.
Atlanta Track Club guys said it this weekend.
Nice.
But yeah, I
Okay.
mean, it's an event that's like not run super often professionally, which I think is like a bummer. I want to see way more professional DMRs. I think the
Yeah, we don't
DMR
see
is like
that.
one of the sickest events in the world. It's my favorite thing at like NCAAs. And like the New Balance women, I feel like run it back every couple of years just to like reset that record because they have Gabby Thomas, so like why not? But yeah, I mean, they should do more indoor relays for the pros. It's so fun to watch.
Yeah, I'm still undecided on some of the mixed relays. Like
Like
feel
doing them at all, or
when I see them, I'm like, do they feel? Is there hard in it? Like they're trying hard, but they.
yeah.
I don't.
I'm like, could we?
The mixed 4x4 has really grown on me because
Okay.
at first I was like, "What is this?" But like, it's a 400, and they're so good that it's actually like not that crazy. Because like, okay, the men might be running like 45, 44, but like our best women are also running like 48. So it's not
Yeah,
like this
that's
like
not-
huge
Like-
discrepancy.
And it
It's
makes
fun to watch.
I do enjoy as an American, we have a lot of foreign talent. So like we get
Yeah.
more of those athletes there. So I enjoyed
Mhm.
that part of it. But yeah, I think a DMR it might require more storytelling or explaining, like what are we actually
What's
looking at?
happening?
Yeah.
Well, and
What
like
is happening?
what fans is that really for? Is it for people that are
Yeah.
way more invested in the sport like us? Like Erica.
Yeah.
She thinks it's interesting, but like are we ever going to get like the mainstream fans to be invested in something like that? Probably not.
Yeah.
I
The
don't know. I feel
whole,
like there's got to be a place for it. And also, like, swimming does a ton of relays. I mean,
That's
not
true.
yeah.
like mixed gender, but swimming does like all sorts of relays, like at national competitions, at
And
international
they're so
competitions.
exciting to watch.
They're the most fun to watch. Like the mixed
Totally.
relay for swimming
Yeah.
has to be like the most exciting thing you're ever going to see.
Everybody's
'Cause, like,
screaming, they're standing. I mean, even like even when you
every
go back
leg is
to
doing a different stroke. Like it
Yeah.
is so fun. And like, yes, they're all running, but I feel like the DMR is like as close as we're gonna get to like the mixed relay in swimming. So like
Mhm.
there's a place for it. I just don't know how you describe to someone what's happening
Right. Yeah.
or
No,
who's
you're
running
right
it,
about
because
that.
it's tough like post collegiately, because like you just don't have teams
Yeah.
or like
Yeah,
a
And
how do
place
you
to
make
do
your
it.
team?
Yeah.
I was saying to Julia how every 4 years some of these sports get attention. And so then you get a big spotlight and people who know less about the sport. And so for instance, like in the Winter Olympics, there was the quote unquote controversy about should Lindsey Vonn,
Oh,
this
yeah.
was before her run, have been able to like
Mhm.
quote use that spot that even if she was injured, because it's like an individual sport, but you're part of Team USA. Um, our friend Kara Goucher was putting in some serious thumb work on threads, like shouting down people who said that it was not her spot, her place to like. I was like, sometimes I just want to text Kara like, "Hope you're taking a break."
Somebody said, I notice a lot of people that have opinions on this are not people who have ever been in this position. And
Mhm.
Yeah,
Colleen quickly was like, exactly. And I'm like, this is true.
fair.
You
Yeah,
don't know what you would do because you've never been in that
but
position.
that is sort of. I'm not saying I agree with those people, but I think it's the natural tendency of, if you show me enough of some new winter sport that I've never seen, like, half hour in, I'm like, I got some opinions about how they should do this. And it's like, Peter, you
Yeah,
have
let me
no
just tell you
idea.
what I think. My
No, I
opinion
Why
feel
on
did
it.
like the
Lindsay hit
people
that
that
gate?
were
Like,
like, yeah, the people that were like the most upset about it were probably the ones who only saw the headline the week before that was like, she ruptured her ACL, but she's going to compete. And then they saw her like
mhm,
fall and they're like,
Mm,
oh, what an idiot. And it's like,
right.
yeah.
first off, we are talking about Lindsey Vonn. And if you
Right.
don't know who Lindsey Vonn is, I need you to sit this one out.
Right.
Yes.
Like, truly
Totally.
a living legend.
Yeah.
But also, like, she was obviously good enough to earn her spot. There is like absolutely nothing anyone can complain about. Like, even Lindsey
Yeah.
Vonn with one ACL is better than like
Yeah.
98% of athletes. So, like, I will take my chances. Like, she is like one of the best of all time for a reason.
And we want to see her. Although I feel very indebted. I was saying at our Super Bowl party, I'm like, as someone who's watched her entire retirement documentary,
Oh,
I hope I get to
True.
watch a new one because
Yeah.
I
yes,
feel,
yes, yes.
I want part 2.
yeah, give me
Yes.
part 2. There's certainly some backstory, some behind the scenes of, whoa, what in the world is going on? So I bet there were some
I
cameras
mean,
around.
this story is so not the specific story, but the storyline is commonplace. Like, we had this with our Olympic team with Fiona being injured. And like, of course, whoever is in the like 4th place spot, like that's gotta be heartbreaking knowing like I could have been in top physical shape to compete for the USA. But just like that random guy on Thread said, like, you literally have no idea what you would do unless you were
Yeah.
in that position. So like your opinion is not really valid. And Des did it one year. Des was injured one year and she went ahead and ran. I think she ended up dropping, but she started the race. So like,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, unless you're given the opportunity to be an Olympian because you earned that spot, you don't have the your opinion doesn't really
I liked Des has so
have a lot
much
of
sway.
validity.
She has so much cachet that I remember when that was happening around Paris. She was like, I've done this.
Yeah.
I've
And
shown
everyone
up.
like settled down.
Everyone's like,
Yeah, because
everyone
nobody's gonna
leans
be mean to
back.
Des.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, that makes me think differently. And you're like,
Oh.
the logical argument of I have done this thing you're criticizing someone else for is just a baller move because there's not
Right.
Doesn't change the argument, but it changes like, oh shit, I'm not coming to Des for this.
Well, Des is like beloved enough that I feel like she could do almost anything, and people would be like, "Well, it's Des, but
Yeah,
it's
here we
Des.
are.
We love Des."
Yeah.
I hear the
Yeah.
argument, and I feel the heartbreak for the person who would get the spot.
But you also have to like understand the type of athletes that are in these positions and who you're talking about. They are at the top of their sport for a reason.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
if there's anyone on this earth who has an incredibly high pain tolerance, who like has the mental strength to run through a wall or skate through a wall in this case, but like these are the types of human beings who, injured or not, sick or not, will face anything head on just like the sheer belief that they could do this on willpower and like all of the work they've put in. Like, it's not just like this, oh, I'm dreaming of this moment and I'm gonna do it. It's like, no, like they actually think they can because that's who they are. That's how they
That's how they
got
work.
to the top of their sport. Like a little injury of like a ruptured ACL. Are you kidding me? A torn hamstring, like that's nothing. Like they feel nothing because like they're so intense about how they approach their sport. So like they're not lining up not thinking they can do it. They're lining up thinking like, today could be my day. You know what?
Yeah.
If I like lock in hard enough, I might not feel it and I'm going to give my best performance and like that might be enough. But like that's who you're talking to. You're not talking to like
No.
little wimpy people.
New beginners in this sport. No, not
Yeah.
at all.
Well, and there's heartbreak on either side of it. Because if you give up
Sure.
the spot to the fourth place person, you're heartbroken.
Well,
If you
because you
take the
go
spot-
home not knowing what you could have done. 'Cause
Right.
Who knows? It could have been your day. The stars could have aligned and you get
Totally.
another medal. But like, you're not going to know if you don't at least like show up and try.
Yeah, it's like saying everyone be ready to just go right to the edge or over the line. Oh, but be very calm about it and make like super calculated, prudent decisions. Like those things are slightly at odds with each other. Yeah, these Olympic sports, it's like there's a lot to know that we don't always know. Like Diggins fell early in the cross country I was watching on Saturday, and I'm like, catch up, like gotta
Get
go.
up.
And then you're like, oh, it's dawning on me as I'm viewing it, like maybe that's not possible. Maybe her race, like
Like,
maybe
yeah, she is like also inhuman, but
yeah.
maybe not this moment.
Man, I have not been watching you guys. I feel like I've been in a little bit of a silo.
You gotta prop your foot up
Mhm.
and then
yes.
plop down
I
on
also
the
just want to
couch.
say last week I said I was looking forward to Team USA ice skating because we have a
Mhm.
sick team and they won gold in the team event.
Booyah! Way to
I
go,
should have bet
Team
on it.
USA. Aw.
I knew they had a good team and they pulled through, but it was also like really exciting because they won on like the last event and they beat Team Japan by 1 point. Like it was like
Oh.
actually a nail biter.
So is ice skating over now?
No,
No, not
this was
no.
just the team event.
The
so
team
like
event. Okay.
there's like 6 or 8. There's like a couple individual disciplines for men and women, and then a couple pairs routines for
okay.
well,
so I
they're
still have
pairs, so
time.
it's not men
I still have
and
time to
women.
get invested.
Oh yeah, they're all going to compete in their individual ones
Okay,
going forward. But
perfect.
like
Ice skating is like gymnastics of the winter, where they just like
yes,
they build out because I think it has something to do with the physicality of they can perform repeatedly within a 2-week span, whereas like that's harder on some sports.
I shared
Yeah,
some
there's more to go.
I shared something on my Instagram stories where somebody was like, I'm going to need the commentators to let us know, like, are they in love? Are they brothers and sisters? Are they married? Is there like some sort of like, thing,
What are we looking at here?
situationship going on? Like what we need to know what this relationship is while we're watching them so intimately skate
are you
together.
talking about the skaters?
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like we just what's the relationship going into this? So when we see them looking into each other's eyes, we know like what the
I feel like the only people who think like that also don't watch like dancing. Because like
Oh, yeah.
I don't
Fair.
assume when I see 2 people ballroom dancing that they're like deeply in love, even if they're incredibly
But
like
they're staring into each
passionate
other's
dancers
eyes,
in sync.
Erica.
Eye
I do-
contact is a lost art. It doesn't mean you're in love. People need to stop being weird.
Yeah, but like some of these stances I feel like do get a little, I don't know.
Oh dear,
You're
making
that
Lindsay
close to
uncomfortable.
someone all the time. If you have any sort of feelings at all, those feelings are going to lock in. because you're so intimately close.
Emma, pull it. That's the quote. Those feelings are going to lock in. Careful, everyone. Don't let your spouse
Delete your dating
suddenly
apps.
start
Get
ballroom dancing.
Get on the rink. Find your partner.
I will investigate for you guys. You're
Okay.
clearly just as excited about knowing who's dating who's not actually in a relationship, So I'll figure it out. Don't worry.
It sounds as though it's preventing you from fully appreciating the athleticism if you're just reading their body language around situationship.
Well, I hadn't watched it yet. I just saw this random Instagram story and it made me chuckle. So I shared it and I'm still thinking about it.
I mean, the couples routines are beautiful.
Yeah.
But I don't think it means they're all in love.
Oh.
But for all I know, some of them are married. Like there are plenty of like storied Olympians that are like married couples.
I think there's are there sibling pairs too, though?
You're going to have to report back to me next week.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. All right. I'll do my research, guys.
But I mean, being a running podcast, I'm like, should we do more like 2-person relays? And so Lindsay's like reading the body language as they trot out on the track. Like that was a high five, but was that like a long? Did they hold the high five at the top?
Yeah.
Or like,
did they gaze into each other's eyes when they handed the baton?
Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot. I'm sure there's sparks flying. I'm sure.
Well, I need to get invested in the Winter Olympics. The Super Bowl is over, so I can switch gears. I can finally hang up football for the season.
How was your Benito Bowl?
It was fire. There was a lot of people here.
Okay.
I loved Bad Bunny. Did you love Bad Bunny?
Mm-hmm.
The game was boring. Bad Bunny was the most
boring.
Yeah, the halftime was the most exciting part of the entire game.
Wait, I have a question that you'll know the answer to by the way I ask it. Who traveled more forward by foot, Bad Bunny or the Patriots running game?
Oh, I just saw this. Bad Bunny. He had like over 100 yards carrying the ball.
Yeah.
And the Patriots had like 80.
Oh, that's so funny. That's so good.
Super Bowl MVP.
I have a friend who hosts, and he has hosted for a decade. So he also, as he moved into a bigger house, has invited more people. And we were like, this is a lot of people in one room.
Did you have 50 people?
We did not have 50 people. That's excessive. But he noted as they pulled out the wide shot of Bad Bunny, he's like, this is like one of the bigger sets I've ever seen. This is like a very elaborate set. Come to find out, for those of us who went deep down the rabbit hole, the NFL carefully regulates the number of carts and structures you're allowed to put on the field. And that is why the grasslands that were surrounding the scene were actually humans dressed up as grass.
I saw a TikTok of some of the grass people on the bus on the way to the Super Bowl because they're like, I want to say like a month or so ago, there was like not controversy, but for Bad Bunny's halftime show, there was like a job posting for like dancers or actors or whatever, and there was a minimum height requirement. And like some random people just got their like panties in a bunch over it because they're like, what do you mean I need to be at least 5'7"? And then it's like,
that's
there's
pretty
like
tall.
Right. And they're like, what about the short dancers? Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, what if this was like for grass?
It was for to be a tree.
You need to be at least 5'7" so you could like be a tree.
I can see the internet lacking context is like citing all these
no one
amazing
had any
dancers,
context because it said like backup dancer, but then it said height requirement like 5'7" to like 6'2", and everyone was like, oh, Bad Bunny hates short people. And it's like he needed 36 people to be trees.
My favorite part was John Hamm just like jamming out. Did you see that?
He loves Bad Bunny. Have you seen the edits of him at the residency? He went to like 5 shows in Puerto Rico. He loves Bad Bunny.
I love this for him.
It's incredible.
Oh,
he was jamming out. And then the casual Cardi B and Jessica Alba just like hanging out like as backup.
I did like a quadruple take to make sure that was Jessica Alba.
Yeah.
I was
Did you rewind it all? Because I was like, that's Jessica Alba. But I'm like, Nick, come on.
No, she literally looked too good.
Yeah.
I was like, that's
so
Jessica Alba,
beautiful.
but that's like the Jessica Alba I remember from like 2010. or
You
like
know,
2005, and
That
she
honest
looks the
skincare must
same.
really be working for her well.
those things.
Is that her thing?
Well, yes, Honest was her company.
Yeah.
I think that was more for kids though. I don't know. I'm sure she has a line for adults as well though.
Whatever she's doing, it's working.
But she's just honestly one of the most beautiful people ever. And
The internet years ago, someone posted like, "Not even Jessica Alba is as hot as Jessica Alba." Which like,
That's
doesn't
literally
make sense,
so true.
but kind of makes sense.
so good.
You're like, but I mean, yeah, my brain was like,
That's
"That's Jessica Alba,"
perfect.
and then it's like,
Well, I was
A,
like,
she
it
wouldn't be
can't
there.
be Jessica Alba because, like, she's got it. Like, she was like 20, 30 years ago. Like, there's no way that's the same Jessica Alba. It absolutely is.
She's just
Oh my
dancing in the
gosh.
background. Yeah, you're just like,
Just
"Hey,
hanging
chilling.
out.
it's a
Now
lot
I'm
to
looking
take
to
in."
look up how old she is. What do you guys think? I bet she's 44.
Oh,
Has to be mid 40s. Just like based on like how old her like oldest movies are. But she also
44.
Like,
She's 44.
whoa,
Nice.
nailed it.
Gosh, she is beautiful.
We've lost Lindsay down the internet Google search.
So this is now a Jessica Alba appreciation podcast.
Yes, here we are.
Just move over, John Hamm. Come
yeah.
on, we've got beautiful people to talk about here.
Well, it's true. Football season's over. We're into Olympics,
Yeah.
and I found myself lacking. There's a U.S. indoor track championship in a couple weeks, but I feel like I don't know. Am I a bad fan?
It is a world championship year for indoors.
Which is
fun. Okay.
Yeah. But don't you feel like if you watch a lot of indoor, okay, this is what's going to happen. You watch BU and it's so exciting. And then they, a week or so later, go to the Seabreeze Center for the U.S. Championship. And it's just very controlled. And it's very like, which understandable. It's the U.S. Championship. A lot of people's career inflection points sit on the line. But it's a little bit of an energy letdown, and it has to be sort of counterbalanced with just appreciating it's a big moment. Because yeah, Roisin like just dipped over to Boston and set American record. Like, hey, who knows what else can go? Yeah, someone was saying, I don't know if you follow the M11 Track Club on Instagram. They just run apparently very small volume and very high intensity, and so they've played into that by like posting a lot of videos of the women just like women and men like doubled over, like about to throw up, and you're like, all right, they seem fit, like they're in South Africa or have been, so it'll be hard to beat. But I'm all here for Femke. I'm excited for the women's 800. We will see who decides to go to World Indoors, and yeah, it was it's not a Grand Slam track year. So for those who, last year was people forewent indoor worlds because they were gearing up for this big meet in the Bahamas. So it'll be a different type of year. And then it's I don't know, what did pro runners think about the off year with this, what's it called, the spectacle at the end of the outdoor season? It's like the world,
the Super World.
the Super
something?
World. Yeah, exactly. Super World something.
It's like Super Ultimate Finale.
Yeah, Super Ultimate.
It's just like
and
all
you're like,
of those words together, and it's after the Diamond League final.
They're like, it's like a lot of money and the best competition at the end of the season. And you're like, sort of like the World Championship. They're like, no, totally different. And you're like,
right.
Sounds like the World Championship. And they're like, the dynamic that I'm aware of is it'll be based on points qualification, not nationality. So it's like there could be 6 Kenyan athletes if that's how like the point rundown. So that like some of the racing dynamics might be different, but by that point we'll be gearing up for the fall marathon season. I'm not sure. All right, so this weekend is the Be Valentine Invitational, and football season is over, and the Olympics are on. I expect everyone to come next week with our favorite new Olympic favorite sports that we had never heard of before. Yeah, I like this. I think it's a good assignment.
That task.
Okay.
It's a great assignment.
And please let me know, I know you will, if I misspoke on this episode. Thanks for being here, friends.